Good morning po.
Yes po,
Yes,
sir.
boss. Okay, so for today, we will be discussing the start of or the first topic for your finals exam. So for the finals pala. Okay, so we have three topics for before your finals examination. So yung three topics natin, it is composed of interpolation under numerical methods, and the numerical integration and numerical differentiation. Actually, mauna numerical differentiation, then integration. So for today, we will be discussing interpolation. And under interpolation, there are three subtopics, okay, which is the divided difference, Lagrange interpolation, and inverse Lagrange interpolation. So siguro naman you are familiar now with the interpolation. Tama ba? Familiar po kayo sa interpolation?
Opo.
Okay, so if I'm not mistaken, ito ay ginagamit natin sa thermodynamics, especially when using steam table. Tama po ba? Tanda pa yon?
Yes po.
Okay, so ito po ay hindi typical interpolation yung gagawin natin. Kung yung katulad ng sa thermodynamics. Kasi simple lang yung interpolation ng sa thermodynamics. So for today, again, tatlong topics. First one will be the divided difference. May counting pagka-komplikado. Then yung Lagrange, I believe naman na na-discuss na to sa inyo sa advanced math or sa ADMAT. So review na lang to sa inyo. And then the inverse Lagrange interpolation, which is somehow same process ng sa Lagrange interpolation. Ano? Okay, so learning objective for today when discussing interpolation is for students to learn and understand the importance of interpolation. Next one is to learn different techniques of interpolation. Again, we have three. So we have divided difference, Lagrange interpolation, and inverse interpolation. And lastly is for the students to apply different techniques of interpolation in solving engineering problems. Okay po. So definition of interpolation or introduction muna sayo sa interpolation. Interpolation is a method of deriving a simple function from the given discrete data set such that the function passes through the provided data points. Okay? So this helps to determine the data points in between the given data ones. So this method is always needed to compute the value of a function for an intermediate value of the independent function. So in short, interpolation is the process of determining the unknown values that lie between the known data points. So such that when you example natin is yung sa steam table. There are two given sets of points kung saan sa third set na given, one is unknown and one is known kung saan yung known natin na yun yung nasa gitna ng known two sets of points natin. Then interpolate. So this is the formula, yung ginagamit natin sa thermodynamics do sa steam table. Either y or x is unknown or given, then yung isa given or unknown din. So y1, y2, x1, x2 given. Okay, so maalin yan sa y or sa x yung unknown, then we are to simply simplify it, isolate the unknown to finally get the value of the unknown. Okay? Now, for our first topic under interpolation, Newton's divided difference. Interpolating polynomial, or in short, divided difference. So, again, interpolation is an estimation of value within two known values in a sequence of values. So, ganun pa rin. Definition pa rin galing dito. Ano? So, for Newton's divided difference interpolation formula, it is an interpolation technique used when the interval difference is not the same for all sequence of values. So when I say not the same for all sequence of values, for example, gamit tayo whiteboard. Wait lang. Yan. So when we say two sets, ang malimit kasi natin ginagamit when using the most common interpolating formula or yung linear interpolation is that, for example, doon sa steam table niya, 'di ba may sequence 'yan. For example, ang atin naman 5, 10, 15, 20, ano? Then we have 1, 2, 3, 4 para madali. So, malimit or dun sa alam nyo na sa interpolation, ang interval pare-parehas lang yan. Like for example, 5 to 10, ang interval nila is 5 or yung difference nila is 5. 10 to 15, interval of 5. 15 to 20, interval of 5 pa rin. So, same intervals lang po yan. Pwede natin gamitin or we can use the simple interpolation or the linear interpolation, yung most common known interpolation. Okay? But if you have the different intervals, like for example, x and y again, then let's say you are given -3, -2, then dito 0, 3, pa 6, ano. So if you will notice, the intervals between these two is 1, interval here is 2, interval here is 3, interval here is 3 again. All of them have different intervals except for these two, pero kung mapapansin nyo, yung interval nito dito, iba pa rin. So we cannot use the common interpolation. So we are going to use the numerical method of interpolation. So we are to use divided difference if there are different intervals. Okay? Or we can use the other two, which we will be discussing also later. Okay? So that is when we use these kinds of interpolation by looking at the intervals. Okay. So divided difference. So suppose that you have a function of x to be n plus 1, values of y is equal to f of x corresponding to the arguments of the x's where the interval difference are not the same. Again, yung diniscuss ko kanina, iba-iba yung intervals, different intervals. It can come from 1 to 2, then later 3, then later 5, then later 3 again. Ano? So then the first divided difference is given by this kind of formula. So for the second divided difference is given by this formula, and so on and so on. So we will be discussing this on our example for a better understanding. Okay? Then we have a general form. Why do we need a general form? Because what we are solving first for the interpolating or under this interpolation on numerical method, before we can solve for the values that is needed, we first need to solve for the formula. Or in this case, for example, the formula for our interpolation. We will solve for this equation. Kung ano dapat yung itsura ng equation natin. Ano, walang fixed equation for interpolation dito sa ating i-discuss. Ano, unlike dito sa linear interpolation, fixed na tong ganito. Ano, kayo na lang ang bahala mag-isolate ng unknown. Okay? Then substitute lang yung mga given. Dito sa ating interpolation nating i-discuss, isosolve pa natin yung equation. Then saka pa natin masosolve yung unknown. Okay? So, example. Let's use this example using a table of divided difference. Find the Newton interpolating for the following data. Okay, so balik tayo sa whiteboard. Ano? Solve natin to. No? So, class, once again, kindly get your calculator, ball pen, and scratch. Try nyo akong sabayan. Madali lang naman to. If I am to be asked, mas madali to compared sa midterms. Nasaan na yung whiteboard? Yan. Okay. So, dito. Ay, nakashare na ba? Class, kita nyo ba?
Meron po.
Hindi ko alam kung nakashare eh. So, again, we are given a sets of points ng x and y. Ano? where ang x natin, wait lang, -5, -1, 0, and 2. Okay? -5, -1, 0, -5, -1, 0, and 2. Tama ba? O, yan. Then lastly, we have the values of y, which is -2, -2, 6, 1, and 3. Basta anyway, yan yun. So, when using divided difference, divided difference when using divided difference, ganito lang po yan. Yung nakita nyong formula, sa mga order-order, ito po ang ibig sabihin nun. First step po natin para madali nating masolve itong divided difference is, ito sa akin lang to. Ang unang or first step para mas madali nga, ito yung first step tong tinatawag. Interconnect 2 points. Ito yung point 1, point 2, point 3, point 4. Point 1 being -5 and -2 kasi x1, x2 is 4.1. And so on and so on. Point 2, -1, 6. Point 3, 0, 1. Point 4, 2, 3. Ganun lang. So, in this case, from this table, interconnect 2 points. So, in this case, yung magkakatabi lang po. Point 1 and point 2. So, we have x1, y1, x2, y2, x3, y3, then x4 and y4. So we've interconnected point 1 and point 2. Then may magkatabi pa dyan, point 2 and point 3. And then interconnect point 3 and point 4. Now, why are we going to interconnect? So ito po yung para makuha natin yung equation nila. Which is, wait, present ko lang ulit yung nasa PowerPoint. Yung dito, yan. So the first divided difference is given by ito yung gagawin natin. Itong formula na to. Ano? So explanation dyan or for better understanding, ganito lang po yan. So we are to make a fraction. Okay? Then for the numerator and denominator, numerator will be composed of the y values. Okay? So y values is a numerator while for the denominator is the x values. Okay? So what will be the first one dito? So we are going to be using the lower one. Tingnan lang natin yung lower line sa interconnection. So lower one, ang tumapat ay 6 na y. So yun yung ating unang ilalagay. Ganun lang yun kasimple. Then minus. Tapos taas. Minus ano yung nasa taas? -2. Minus -2. That is all. Okay? That's it for the numerator. As for the denominator, since we've used the bottom one and it is composed of x again, so we are going to go to the bottom. Then what is the x value for the bottom intersection? We have -1. Same process, minus, then going upwards, -5. Okay? Then simplify. Ano simplification ito? So we have 6 plus 2 since both negative, so positive 2. 6 plus 2, 8. -1, negative, negative, so positive, -1 plus 5, we have 4. Or simply, this is 2. No? Okay? Then another one, since we have already simplified this one, solve for the next one, or solve for the next intersection, which is, once again, we are to look at the bottom intersection, which is, again, 1 for the y, so 1, minus, then upward, 6. For the bottom, values of excess, so bottom, 0, minus, again, going upwards naman, -1. Okay? Again, yung mauuna po natin or the first digit to be input in the numerator or and denominator will be the bottom numerical coefficient. Okay? Yung bottom muna. Then, yung isusubtract natin, yung the upper numerical coefficients. Okay? Then, simplify. 1 minus 6, so we have negative 5 over positive 1. So, this is just negative 5. And lastly, for this one, again, bottom first, and then the value of y, which is 3, minus, then upward, which is 1. Then denominator, again, bottom, what is for x? We have 2. Minus, upward naman, which is 0. So 2 minus 0. Simplifying this one, we have 2 over 2, so 1. Okay? So that's it. Ano? But that is not the final part of our divided difference. We call this one the first divided difference. Because, why do we call this one? We need to reduce it until we have a one intersection only. Okay? Meaning we will have two more intersections until we have a single digit here. Okay? So in this case, two more. So another fraction. So what we have solved here is a value of y. Okay? So meaning they are going to be going to the numerator. Okay po. So in this case, negative 5 muna. Again, bottom first. Ano? Bottom, so negative 5, then upward. Negative 5 minus 2. As for our denominator, sir, how about our denominator? There are no values of x here. We are going to simply follow the lines and the direction as what we have done in the numerator. So in this case, in negative 5, we have gone downwards. No? So for x, first digit or first numerical value here will be going downward, following this line. So 1, then so we will be going until this intersection, this one. So again, since we have gone downwards here, another downward. Then that is your x value. Okay? So meaning 0. Minus, then upward. Since we have done the downward, now we're going upward. So going upward, then look for the intersection. So this is your intersection. Then once again, go upward. Since we have gone upward here, we will also go upward here. So in this case, our x is negative 5. Okay? And then simplify. So we have negative 7 over positive 5. So that's it. Okay? Malinaw po ba tayo kung paano nakuha ang negative 7 over 5 before we proceed?
Yes po.
Ah, how about the others? Malinaw po? Any questions? Okay.
Clear po.
Sige. So moving on tayo dito sa pangalawa. So again, numerator natin, ito pa rin. So we have 1 and negative 5. Alin po ang mauuna? 1 ba or negative 5?
1 po.
Okay.
1 po.
Again, uunahin lagi natin is yung kung ano yung nasa baba. Ano po? So 1 minus negative 5. Okay? Then sa denominator natin, again, susundan lang po natin yung linya. Since 1 po is going downward, so we need to go downward as well. So going downward, then look for the intersection. So this is your intersection, then once again, go downward. So this will be your x. Ano? So 2. Ano? So 2. So minus, uh, for negative 5, we have gone upward, so we are going to go up. So negative 5, then intersection, then upward again. So this will be your value of x, negative 1. Okay? Then simplify. So we have 1 plus 5, so 6 divided by 2 plus 1, so 3. Or simply, 6 divided by 3, we have 2. Okay? Then finally, until we have one intersection. Doon tayo titigil if we have one intersection na lang. Once again, our numerator is these values. Okay? So we have 2 minus negative 7 over 5. Then again, for the denominator, follow the intersection of the lines. So if 2 is going downward, then for our value here, we will also be going downward. So down, follow, intersection, down, follow, intersection once again, then value is 2. Minus, for negative 7 over 5, it's going upward, so follow upward intersections. So up, intersection again, up, intersection again, up. So our value for our x is negative 5. Okay? Then simplify. So 2 minus 7 over 5 over 2 minus negative 5. Sige nga po, paki-calculator ako. Wala lang po akong calculator. Ano pong sagot natin dito?
3/35 po.
3 over 35. Ganyan po. Sa iba po, same po ba?
Akin po sir ay 17.35.
17 over 35. Sige nga, yung sa iba po, 17 over 35 or 3 over 35?
17 over 35 din po, sir.
Po, sir.
Okay, so
Naman
17.
po na negative yung 7/5. Kaya po,
Okay, so 17 over 35. Okay, so ito po yung ating final intersection na nakuha. Ano, once na iisa na po yung ating nakuha, sa intersection, we are to proceed to form the general formula or general form or standard form. Madali naman tandaan yung standard form. Bakit? Ganito lang kasi yung standard form. Sorry. Ganito lang yung standard form. Move lang natin to dito. So, general formula for divided difference is f of x is equal to y. b1 plus b2 times x minus x1. Tandaan nyo lang yan. Tapos plus, since b2 na to, b3 na yan, times, kopya lang to, x minus x1, then you just need to add another x minus x. Kung ito'y 1, dito na dito. Ganun lang. And so on and so on. In this case, b4 times x minus x1 times x minus x2 times x minus x3 and b5, the so on, so on, so on. Okay, that is all for our general formula. So we just need to substitute the known values. Pero, sir, are B1, B2, B3, and B4 given? Yes, nakuha po natin yan. Paano po natin nakuha si B1, B2, B3, and B4? Dito po, looking po tayo dito, ang B1 po natin is ito. Kung ano po yung nasa taas ng ating sequence dito sa table. Ito na po. Sige. Ibahin natin ang kulay para mas kita. So, ito po yung B1 which is negative 2. Then, for B2 po natin, kung ano po yung mga na-solve natin na nasa taas din. So, in this case, ang B2 po natin is 2. B3 is negative 7 over 5. And B4 is 17 over 35. Okay, that's it. We just need to substitute it na dito sa general formula. So, in this case, hanggang B4 lang tayo. So, disregard na tong B5. So, hanggang dito lang. Okay, so f of x is equal to, again, ang B1 po natin ay 2, negative 2. Sorry. Tama ba? Negative 2.
Opo sir. Negative 2 po.
Okay. So, B1 natin, negative 2, plus ang B2 natin ay
Positive 2 po.
positive 2. Ay, sorry. tayo magsulat. Hindi na iba. Wait lang ha. Yan. Positive 2 tapos x minus x1 which is ang x1 po natin ay negative 5. Tapos B3 po natin, we have negative 7 over 5. So, negative 7 over 5 multiplied by x minus x, x minus negative 5. Ito lang, kopya lang yan. Then, multiplied by x, tapos dagdag lang x minus x2 kung saan, where our x2 is negative 1. Negative 1. Then, plus ang B4 natin, 17 over 35, yung huli nating nakuha. Then, again, kopya lang itong dalawa. X minus, simplify na natin, x plus 5 and x plus 1. Ano? Then, x minus x3, ang x3 natin ay 0. And then, that's it. This is our general formula. We just need to simplify this. Okay? So, balik tayo sa, asan yung ano? Balik tayo sa PowerPoint. Meron na dong na-substitute. Ayan. So, looking at this, so yan, sinubstitute lang natin. We have substituted the known values and simplifying it. Ano? By simply, distributing to dito, distributing 7 over 5, then using FOIL method, etc., etc. Ano? Simplify lang, we will be getting this simplified formula or equation. Once we have this one, if there are some unknown values that we need to get, we can use this equation as our interpolating formula for this sequence of sets of points. Ano? So for example, in this case, in this problem, let's say there's a continuation problem here. Let's say find the value of y when x is negative 4. Ano? We just need to substitute negative 4 dito sa nakuha nating equation. On the solved equation, then we can get the value of y na. That is how we use interpolation for divided difference. Ano? Okay? So, before we proceed, any questions po with regards to divided difference? None? No questions? O, di ba? Mas madali ito. Mas madali nga din matandaan ng formula when compared to midterms. Kasi sa midterms, ang daming formula. Dito, parang kinokopya lang yung kung ano nasa una. Siguro, nakakalito na lang ulit dito or is yung, again, pagta-type sa calculator and yung pagsa-substitute ninyo dito. Ano, yan, dyan lang kayo magke-careful. Ano, okay, yung mga substitution nyo and pag input sa calculator. Mamaya, tama naman yung process. Kaso, nagsalang pindot. Yun nga lang, ano, sayang naman ng points. Okay? Then, another example. Ano, so we are given 5 sets of points here. So by looking at the sets of points, we can also determine of how many degree of polynomial we are going to use. So in this case, dito po, sa ating example number 1, di ba nagkaroon tayo ng B4 hanggang B4 tayo? Meaning we have a 4 divided difference or 4 degree divided difference in that case. So hanggang B4 ang ibig sabihin. Dito po, sa ating next example, by looking at this example, we can say that we have 5 degree polynomials, meaning 5B or B5 ang makukuha natin. Ano? But there is a shortcut. Ano? Paano po yung shortcut? Before we can use the shortcut, we need to satisfy a condition. Ano, may condition lang yung shortcut. Pag hindi na-meet yung condition na yon, di bawal yung shortcut. Ano? So in this example, so ganito lang po. Again, nag-ano lang yan, yung naglinya-linya dito, yung magkakatabi. Ano, interconnecting points 1.2, 0.2.3, 0.3.4, and 0.4.5. Then, ito po yung mga nakuha natin. Okay, sinubstitute, substitute lang. Then, once again, interconnecting dito, papunta dito, para makapunta sa second divided difference. As for the next one, we have ito, tsaka ito, and then last one, ito, and ito. As you can see, this is the requirement. Kapag po tatlo na or pagdating dito sa divided difference on where you will be getting three values, they need to be exactly equal or exactly the same in order for you to be able to use the shortcut. Okay? Because once we have a value that is equal here for these three um, fractions, we can tell that there is a quadratic solution. So how are we going to use this shortcut? Ano? So with this same values, we can say that this is the value of A in a quadratic equation. Kasi ang quadratic equation natin is, di ba, yan yung ax squared plus bx plus c which is equal to y. Yan po yung quadratic equation. Pag equal po yung ating nakuha dito, yan na po yung value ni A natin. That is the value of A. We can just simply substitute it sa value. Then, by plugging any set of points from this table, since dito, ito yung second condition, meron tayong 0 sa X. Kailangan may 0 sa X para ma-cancel out natin ito to get the value of C. So from this set of points, we have 0, 2 for xy for the third point, 0, 2. Since alam naman natin na mag-i-equal sa 2.3 sila mamaya dito, pwede natin i-substitute si 0.3 which is yung x niya is 0 and y niya is 2. So substitute x 0, y 2. Then we have now the value of c which is equal to 2. Now, once we have the values of c, we can now get the values of b by once again using x and y from this table or the given sequence of points. You can use either kung alin dyan ang mas gusto nyo. Wag lang itong may 0 na x. For example, dito they have used 1 and negative 2.7 which is this one, the fourth point. But you can also use other points. So 1 and negative 2.7, ito pala. Okay, then substitute lang. We have value of A, we have value of C, which is 2, ito. Then X and Y from that table, just substitute. We have the value of B. Then, lastly, we just need to substitute it for a quadratic solution. And this is now your interpolating equation. Okay, so that's it. That's it for the shortcut. Kailangan lang may two condition na masatisfy. Okay po. Again, the conditions are for the three values that are we going to be getting when interconnecting, kailangan equal yan. Then, the second one, there is a 0 on x para pag sinubstitute natin to, we will be getting the value of c in order for us to get the value of b. Okay? So, before we proceed po sa next topic natin, which is the Lagrange interpolation, any questions for our divided difference? Wala po. Thumbs up po kung naintindihan. Okay, so yan po ha. Expect ko po na naintindihan nyo since nag-agree kayo and nag-thumbs up. Madali lang naman yan. Mas madali pa yan sa midterms. Okay. Lagrange interpolation. Again, so question ko muna sa inyo. Na-discuss nga ba to sa advat nyo?
Opo, sir.
Okay, so this will just be a review for you. Madali na to. So Lagrange interpolation formula finds a polynomial that takes on a certain values at an arbitrary point. Meaning, not necessarily, gamitin natin itong, not necessarily nasa gitna yung hinahanap natin. Kasi when we say interpolation, di ba yung usual yung hinahanap is yung nasa gitna ng values ng x and y. Ito, kung for example, yung x natin, negative 2, then x is negative 1, ang hinahanap yung value na y is yung nasa gitna ni negative 2 at negative 1. Ano? But in this case, pag Lagrange, values at an arbitrary point, meaning ah kahit na wala sa gitna, kahit tumampas yan dito. For example, ang hinahanap, x is equal to 4. Ano ang value ni y? What is the value of y when x is equal to 4? But as you can see on this table, when x is 4, it is not on the between numbers of the given sets of points. Ano? So in this case, kapag Lagrange, kahit hindi nasa gitna. It is an nth degree polynomial expression of the function f of x. Then the interpolation method is used to find the new data points within the range of the discrete set of known data points. So what is Lagrange interpolation? Lagrange interpolation is a way of finding the values of function at any given point when the function is not given. Again, any given point. Ano? Not necessarily in between the given points. Suppose we have y is equal to f of x, in which substituting the values of x gives different values of y. So yan yun. Hinahanap natin yung values of y. So for example, again, yung sinabi ko kanina, find the value of y when x is equal to ganito, ganito, etc. Okay? And we are given 2 points, x1, y1, x2, y2. So meaning minimum of 2 points dapat yung given para makagamit natin. Kahit ano namang interpolation, minimum of 2 points. Then on the curve, then the value of y at x equals a constant is calculated using a Lagrange interpolation formula. So Lagrange interpolation formula, this is how we use Lagrange interpolation. Okay? So Lagrange first order interpolation formula is if you only have two sets of points. Then, as you can see in the Lagrange second order, if you have three sets of points, etc. And so on and so on, padami na padami. Okay, hindi lang yan hanggang second order. If you have four sets of points, edi four order of interpolation. Ano? So example, let's use this as example. Use Lagrange interpolation to fit a polynomial for the data shown below. When we say fit a polynomial, meaning we are looking for the equation once again, just like the example on the uh, divided difference. We are only looking for the equation of interpolation. Okay? We are looking for the Lagrange interpolation formula. So we have x and y. So 0, 1, 3, 4, y negative 12, 0, 6, and then 12. So from this formula, we are going to get the formula of Lagrange interpolation formula. So punta tayo whiteboard in order for us to have a better understanding on what this x0, x1, y2, y1 represents. Ano? So 1 minute. Lipat ko lang sa whiteboard. Ayan. No? Ayan. So we are, again, given a set of points x and y. So our given for x is 0, 1, 3, and 4. As you can see, still not the same sequence. 0 to 1 is 1, 1 to 3 is 2, 3 to 4, 1 again, not the same sequence. So we cannot use the usual linear interpolation. Ano? Then as for y, we have negative 12, 0, 6, and 12. Okay. So for the formula of Lagrange interpolation, f of x is equal to, ganito lang po yung paggawa ng formula niyan. So we are to simply, let's label this one, x1, y1, x2, y2, x3, y3, and lastly, x4, then y4. So first one is by looking at the first point, x1 and y1. Simply put y1, then multiplying it to a fraction composed of x only. Okay? So for the numerator, since this is y1, ganito lang po yan. So quantity x. Since y1 po ang ating nandito sa labas, kailangan lang po sa numerator natin wala yung x1. Ganun lang kasimple, ano? So, x minus x2 times x minus x3, then x minus x4. So, that's it for the numerator. Since this is, again, y1, no x1 on the numerator. But, in the denominator, we just need to substitute the x by x1. Ano? Since this is y1, then we will be putting x1 na dito. X1, x2, x1 minus x3, and then lastly x4, x1 minus x4. Okay? So that's it. But again, we have four sets of point, meaning we are to put four interpolation order. Okay? Meaning we just need to add. So this since this is y1, then plus y2 naman. Y2, then multiply by a fraction composing of x. No. So if this is y2, again, on the numerator, there will be no x2. And always the first one is x only. Okay, so again, no x2. So x minus x1, x minus x3, and x minus x4. Then again, for the denominator, just substitute x by x2. Then copy. x2 minus x1, x2 minus x3, and lastly, x2 minus x4. Then again, another one for our third point, we have y3. Again, multiplying it by a fraction composed of x. So we have, again, since this is y3, no x3 on the numerator. So x minus x1, x minus x2, x minus x4. Then again, on the denominator, just substitute x by x3. x3 minus x1, x3 minus x2, and x3 minus x4. Okay? And that is it. Now, last one for the 4 points. We have y4. Then again, multiply by a fraction set of x. So we have for numerator, no x4 since this is y4. So x minus x1, x minus x2, x minus x3. And as for the denominator, once again, substitute the value x by x4. No? So x4 minus x1, x4 minus x2, and lastly x4 minus x3. So that's it. That's the formula for our Lagrange interpolation. We just need to substitute the known values which is x and y. Matitira lang is yung x since wala naman tayo yung value ni x. Ano? And that is it. Balik ko lang sa PowerPoint since meron na doon nakasubstitute. O, yan yung nakuha natin. Y0 lang yung gamit as a representation dito sa umpisa. Y0, Y0, then Y1, X1, Y1. Sa akin lang dun sa sinulat ko sa whiteboard, X1, Y1 agad. But that is just a representation. Not necessarily kailangan naman the same. No? Ayan, substituting the values lang. Again, x tapos x minus 1, x minus 3. Again, we have x minus, since ito ay y1, so no x1 on the numerator. Again, our x1 is 0. As you can see, no 0 on the numerator. Then, on the denominator, we just need to substitute the x1 on the value of x. Okay? That's it. Then, we just need to simplify. Simplify. X squared minus 3x minus x plus 3. Then, again, distribution technique to get this simplified answer. Then, once again, you just need to simplify by combining the same variables. getting their numerical coefficient until we have this final equation for Lagrange interpolation. Okay? And this is your final answer since our problem or example is only looking for the polynomial. No, not a value. We're just looking for a polynomial to fit these sets of points or x and y. Okay? But again, once again, for example, sabi dito sa problem, may extended problem pa yan. Solve for the value of y when x is equal to, let's say, 1.5. When x is equal to 1.5. So we just need to substitute 1.5 dito sa last equation natin para makuha yung values ni y. Ano? So before we proceed sa inverse interpolation, questions po for our Lagrange interpolation. Thumbs up po kung naintindihan. Okay, so yan po. Ano? So confirmation na naintindihan ng class. Okay? Now, when moving to the inverse Lagrange interpolation, there's not much difference for inverse interpolation and Lagrange interpolation. Bakit? O, di ko na to babasahin. Papakita ko na lang kung bakit parang halos wala silang pinagkaiba. Kasi po, when using inverse Lagrange interpolation, as you can see in this one, they have just uh, inversely interchanged that for the fraction, andyan yung mga values naman ni y. As for yung nasa labas, si x naman. Ano? Inverse lang, pinagpalit lang. As in, ganun pa rin yung process, pinagpalit lang. Ano? Kung makikita nyo dito, y yung nasa labas, then yung fraction natin, Lagrange to ha. Yung y natin nasa labas, then yung nasa fraction natin ay x. Pero pagdating dito sa inverse, as you can see, naiba lang. Ano, yung nasa labas naman yung x, then yung nasa loob naman yung y. So why do we need to have an inverse Lagrange interpolation and a Lagrange interpolation? Sir, di po ba pwedeng doon na lang sa Lagrange yan? Ito po kasing sa Lagrange, ang nakukuha lang natin ay values ni y. Ano? Usually, ang hinahanap dito ay values ni y, tapos ang ginigiven ay value ni x para makuha yung value ni y. Okay? But in this case, sa inverse interpolation, edi kabaliktaran naman. Ano? Just the opposite. Usually, the one being given here is the uh, values of y in order for us to solve for the values of x dito. Ano? Dun sa interpolation. Okay? Ganun lang. Same process pa din. O, kung makikita nyo, same example. But before we proceed, class, do you think we will be arriving on the same exact equation na nakuha natin sa Lagrange interpolation dito? What I mean is, sa tingin nyo ba, ito pa rin po ang ating makukuhang sagot? Yes or no po? Thumbs up lang po kung yes, no kapag thumbs down, at thumbs down kapag no. Tingin nyo, yan pa rin ba ang makukuha nating sagot? When using inverse interpolation? Class, nandyan pa ba kayo? Okay, so may nag-thumbs up, dalawa. How about the others po? Sa tingin nyo, ganyan pa rin po ba makukuha natin? Okay, meron na nag-thumbs down, may thumbs up, may thumbs down ulit. Okay, so hati po ano. So some are saying yes, ganyan pa rin ang makukuha nating sagot. Some are saying no, iba na po. So the correct answer po will be no. Hindi na po ito ang ating makukuhang answer. Okay? Bakit po? As you can see, what we have substituted in the fraction are the values for the x's and the values na nasa labas are the values for the y. Pagdating po sa inverse interpolation, kung makikita nyo, baliktad na. Okay, ang isa-substitute na ngayon natin dito sa fraction ay values ni y and yung nasa labas naman is values ni x. So maiiba talaga yung final equation natin dito. Ano? And also function of y na to, hindi function of x. Meaning f of y is equal to y cube, y squared, etc. yan. Hindi x cube, x squared. Kung saan yun yung usual natin ginagamit. Ano? As you can see, oh yan, solution. Again, same process po yan Wala pong pinagkaiba sa Lagrange interpolation. Kung x sub 0 po ang nasa unahan dito, sa numerator natin, walang y sub 0. Ano? Then sa baba, substitute lang yung y ng y sub 0 since x sub 0 to. Ganun lang, copy lang yung naka-minus. Next, proceed sa another point, x sub 1 naman. So, no y sub 1 on the up, on the numerator, then denominator, y sub 1 yung ipapalit kay y. Same process on x sub 2, no y sub 2 on the numerator, then denominator, substitute y by y sub 2. And lastly, same process again, x sub 3, no y sub 3 on the numerator, but on the denominator, we just need to substitute the value of y by y sub 3. Okay? Once we have this formula, substitute the known values. Okay, so from this table, we just need to substitute. Ito, x sub 0, x sub 1, x sub 2, x sub 3. Y sub 0, y sub 1, y sub 2, y sub 3. O, substitute lang dito. Once we have done substituting it, simplify. Ano? Siguro naman, lahat marunong mag-simplify. Once we have simplified it, this will be your final answer na. Okay? As you can see, not the same po ang ating equation na nakuha. Kasi again, dito po sa ating Lagrange interpolation, f of x yung kinukuha. Kung saan naman dito sa inverse natin, f of y naman. Ano? Kung saan usually, again, ang hinahanap dito when interpolating, sabihin natin, ito dito sa example, use Lagrange interpolation to fit, hindi pala na iba. Dapat an inverse interpolation yan. Use inverse interpolation to fit a polynomial for the data shown below. Then may kasunod yan. Then find the value of, let's say, find the value of x when y is equal to ganito, ganyan. Or when y is equal to 13. So we can have the value of x. Ano? So again, inverse interpolation, if we need to find the value of x. While for Lagrange interpolation, use Lagrange interpolation if we need to find the value of y naman. Dito x yung hinahanap, sa Lagrange interpolation, y ang hinahanap. Okay? So that's it. That is it for the first topic on our finals. So any other questions? Are there any questions regarding po sa topic natin for today? Wala po. Malinaw?
Wala naman po.
Okay. So for tomorrow po, face-to-face tayo. Pero since tapos na po ang ating first topic, wala po akong i-discuss bukas na connected sa finals. So tomorrow, i-distribute ko po ang inyong midterms examination. Ano, excited ba sa inyong makukuhang result? Hindi. Ano, so yung iba po, hindi ko pala tanda yung sa section nyo. Pero may tanda ako, may isang naka-perfect. I'm not sure if sa inyong section yun or ano, no? May naka-perfect. Actually, madali naman yung exam ko, no? Siguro kulang lang yung iba sa practice. Okay? Kinulang lang sa practice. Kasi yung number 1 po, sobrang dali lang nun. I-discuss ko bukas. Ano? Yung number 1, letter A, pag ma-minusin lang po yun, yun na po yung sagot. Minus lang. Ano? Kahit walang calculator, pag ma-minusin lang naman, ang given doon 20 tsaka 19.86 ata o 64. O, minus nyo lang. May sagot na kayo. 5 points na agad yun. Hindi ko lang alam kung bakit nagkaroon ng division pa kayo doon. Error lang naman yung hinahanap doon eh. So, difference lang yung hinahanap. Ano? Siguro yung sa iba parang akala komplikado. Ano? So, yun. Some of the example kung ano pa. Sa number 2 naman, ano ba ang number 2 nyo sa ba exam nyo? Oh, number 2 naman, ito naman ay diniscuss ko. Ito na mismo yung inyong example. Hindi pala. Iniba ko lang ng konti yung given. Nawala lang po yung formula. Pero diniscuss ko naman sa inyo, minsan hindi given doon yung formula. Kailangan nyo lang tandaan. Pero ito na mismo, gagawin nyo na lang yung process ulit. Yung iba, hindi siguro nakapagsaulo ng formula. Ano? Number 3 naman and number 4. Ang napansin ko dito sa inyo, sa problem na to, yung iba po, hindi na chinecheck kung nasa gitna nga ba ng x upper and x lower yung x root. Dinederate-diretso na yung pagsosolve. Yung iba nag-solve, wala naman dun sa gitna yung x root. Paano nyo makukuha yung x root kung wala dun sa gitna? Ano? Kaya yung iba, nag-aaksaya sa oras ay wala naman dun yung sagot. Kaya nauubos yung oras nyo dun. Ano? Okay? Actually, yung number 3 at number 4, kung alam nyo kung paano kuhanin nga yung X root, yung gamit lang yung pag-identify kung nasa gitna nga yung kung nasa gitna nga ng X lower and X upper yung X root, you can reduce it by two ano nga tawag dun sa process na yun, yung inuulit lang. Nakalimutan ko na din. Basta you can reduce it into two. Nasaan ba to? Two solution lamang. Ano? Yung iba nga lang ay hindi nga lang tiningnan kung nasa gitna nga yung X root. Kaya ang dami nyong solution. Humaba tuloy. Number 5 naman, second method. Madali lang to. In example naman. Binigyan naman ng example. Hindi lang siguro nakapag-practice. Number 6 naman. Yung number 6, yun na mismo yung example nyo. Yun na. Siguro ang hindi pala siguro. Ang iniba ko lang doon is pinagpalit ko lang yung pwesto ng first equation at second equation. Ano? Andiyan na sa inyo yung sagot, di ba? Na-explain naman, diniscuss natin, ayun na mismo. At kung hindi ako nagkakamali, sagot lang doon is 4, negative 3, and 1. Yun na mismo yung in-example ko sa inyo. Okay? Again, siguro kulang lang sa practice. Then, sa number 7, yung sa iba, pansin ko, nagkakamali na. Siguro nauubusan kayo sa oras kasi nga, doon sa number 3 and 4, naubos yung oras nyo dahil wala naman doon sa gitna yung X root na ginamit nyo. So, yun. Nakulangan na kayo sa oras. Yung iba, nagkakamali na sa sequence pagdating dun sa number 7. Ano? Pero madali lang to. May naka-perfect nga eh. Okay? So, again, for tomorrow, i-discuss natin yung midterms. Then, before, may pa-exercise din ako bukas. Since face-to-face naman tayo, di-discuss ko na lang yung instruction dun. Ano? Tapos, ang submission, papa-take home ko na din yung exercise. Okay? Ibibigay ko lang bukas, pero take home na. Ang submission, ito makinig, submission ay sa next face-to-face. So, ibig sabihin, meron pa kayong 2 weeks. Meron kayong 2 weeks para isubmit yun. 2 weeks pala before submission nun. Meaning, hindi ako tatanggap ng late submission Kasi 2 weeks naman yung palugit. Okay po. Malinaw po dun. Again, no late submission 2 weeks naman ang palugit. Ano pa? So, yun lang naman. So, last 2 topics na rin tayo for finals kasi 3 lang naman ang topics natin dito. So, baka magkakaroon tayo ng quiz pero hindi pa naman bukas or next week. ano. So if there are no more questions, so thank you for attending. You can leave the class meeting na. Sige. Ang final answer sa inverse, wait lang. Yan. Ito. Ay, sino pala yung BOD nyo? Before pala mag-leave kayo. Sino? Ayun. Ano naman ako. PM ako. May instruction lang akong ibibigay sa'yo. Ha? Sa class nyo. Thank you. Again, if there are no more questions, you can leave na.
Thank you po.
Thank you.
Sige po.
Thank you po, sir.